Hi, welcome back, it's Susan. I've been asked to show you how to make a gift box for the dimensional cards we make. So first of all, you need to measure whatever project you want to make a box for. So in this instance, my card is 7 by 7. So I always write down what my measurements is just so that I don't forget. So you need to add on a little bit. So I'm going to put 7¼ by 7¼ because it's 7 all the way round. So I'm just going to write there, measure your card. And the next we've got to add the depth, because each card is a different depth to what you make. So if you're unsure, if you put a ruler at the side and then get another one, place it over the top. Now in this instance, I could do a 1/2 inch, but I'm going to put 3/4 inch because I'm going to show you how to do a reinforced lid. So although it's 3/4, you've got two sides. So it needs to be 1½ and then 1½ again. So then all you've got to do is add these up. So I'll write down on this that I know that my score lines, it's 3/4. So I'm writing that down. And then we're just adding it up. So it's going to be 8 3/4. So that tells me my cardstock that I need to cut is 8 3/4 by 8 3/4. So I've got a piece of 12 by 12 and I'm going to cut it down to 8 3/4 squared. And this is my scoring board, and this is going to be the base for my card to go in. So with the base, you make sure that the cardstock is in the corner, and we're just going to score at 3/4 all the way round. And I like to do my cutting before I do any folding and burnishing. And you can test that your card's going to fit in like that, like I've done. So you're just going to cut straight up to that score line, then do a little wedge and rotate your cardstock. So just cut up to your score line, a wedge and a little wedge. And that's all it is, all the way round. Couldn't be any easier. So for every new crafter out there that's wanting to know how to make a box, just follow my lead and you'll be making boxes all the time. So then I fold and burnish that score line. Then do the little tabs. Flip it over. And then I put some adhesive tape just around that edge. And then I go back in with some glue. So I like a quick grab. Bring those corners up to make them nice and flush. And I'll show you a little slower on this one, and I'll try and get it as close as I can. So you're going to make it all nice and flush all the way round. Make sure the top's level and that side is flush with the other side, and you'll have a nice neat edged box. Then stand it up and with your bone folder, give those pieces a good burnish. So you can test with your card, and that's lovely. I will be putting tissue in mine as well, so I need a little wiggle room. So that's why I've added 1/4 inch on. So with the paper I've used, I've tried to marry up a colour to match my cardstock. Still doing 8 3/4. So I've cut that down, going back onto the scoreboard. But because this is the lid, on your scoreboard, you've got that little piece with that arrow just there. You pull your cardstock out and then go to your 3/4 mark and score it. Then the second mark, you need to do it at 3/8. You're just halving it. So again, just to that little arrow, 3/4 and 3/8. So you're doing this all the way round, 3/4 and 3/8. And that's all your scoring done. And I will show you on this side because it's less busy. So you've done 2 score lines all the way round. So I'll cut it on this side so you can see. So what you're going to do is cut up the inside score line and that outside score line up to the first score line at the top. Rotate it, do a little wedge to meet what you've just cut. Take that bottom piece off. And then that tab what you've made, and you're going to make that M shape. With that tab, you're just going to give a little wedge on both sides. So we're going to do this on the opposite side. So it's straight up to that first score line at the top. Rotate it, do a little wedge and meet it. Take that bottom off, give it a wedge, and give it a wedge. So whatever you've done on that side, you're going to do on the opposite sides as well. So on the 2 score lines up to that first score line you've made on the 3/4, wedge it up to meet it, cut that edge off. You've made that M shape, give it a wedge and give it a wedge just on that tab. Doing it again exactly the same. So up both score lines, rotate it, wedge it to meet. On that tab, cut the bottom off, wedge and wedge. And that's all you're cutting. Now this time you're going to fold it up and burnish, and you've got that other score line, so you need to fold and burnish that one as well. And that is going to make it so that you've not got a raw edge on the lid. So just do this folding and burnishing on all 4 sides. And with that tab, because it's only small, I'm just going to bend it with my fingers. So you bring in that tab up to meet the other side. So I'm just going to put some of this tape runner just on these little tabs. Then fold it up and give it a little press just to join those sides together, making sure the corners are nice and neat. Then running a bead of glue on that edge tab, folding it over and then burnishing it. Just keep rubbing it till your glue has started to adhere. And you're going to do the same all the way round. Give it a burnish. You don't have to rush. And doing it this way, it makes a pretty lid. So like, you know, we've all got 12 by 12 papers from somewhere or another. This one was, oh, it's old. And I got it from the works in the UK. This paper pad, it was like £3. And I think you get about 24 sheets of this floral arrangements in it. So doing the last one, popping it on my box. So you can see it's a lovely fit. Now you can actually make those edges a little sharper just by going round with your fingers like I'm showing you here. Making sure that pattern is to my front of my card. It's a lovely fit, very professional, and that's how I do it. So have a go. Don't be scared. It's very easy, and I will put some tissue in mine. You can emboss your tissue paper as well to make your cards extra special for your loved ones. Or if you want to sell them, it makes it look really professional. So I hope you've liked it, and I hope you are going to have a go because it is easy. Once you get used to it, it's absolutely fine. So give me a like, subscribe. The subscription is totally free. And if you ring that notification bell, you'll see every video I do put on. Thank you so much for watching. It is much appreciated. And I'll see you again very soon.